An economic system is the way a society answers three practical questions. What should be produced? How should it be produced? And who gets the result? These questions sound academic, but they appear everywhere. A country deciding between hospitals and highways, a city choosing housing rules, and a family deciding how to spend income are all dealing with limited resources and competing needs. No economy has unlimited land, labor, machines, time, or knowledge. Because resources are limited, choices need rules. An economic system supplies those rules. In one system, prices and private ownership guide most decisions. In another, government plans direct much more. In real life, most countries mix markets, laws, taxes, public services, and private businesses in different proportions. A market-based system uses prices as signals. If many people want apartments in one area and few apartments are available, rents tend to rise. Higher rent signals scarcity. Builders may respond by adding housing if rules and costs allow it. Renters may move farther away, share space, or negotiate differently. Prices do not solve every problem, but they communicate pressure quickly. A planned system relies more on central decisions. Instead of thousands of buyers and sellers adjusting through prices, officials may decide how many apartments, shoes, buses, or hospital beds should be created. Planning can focus resources on national priorities. It can also struggle when information changes quickly, because local needs are hard to measure from a distance. A mixed economy combines both. A grocery store may be privately owned, but food safety rules still apply. A hospital may charge patients, but government insurance or public funding may shape access. A road may be publicly built, while private trucks use it to deliver goods. The real question is not whether markets or government exist. It is which decisions each one handles. Ownership is a major part of any economic system. If people can own businesses, homes, tools, and intellectual property, they may have strong incentives to invest and improve them. If the state owns major industries, it can direct production toward collective goals. Ownership decides who controls resources, who takes risk, and who receives profits or losses. Incentives shape behavior inside the system. A restaurant owner may improve service to attract customers. A worker may train for a better wage. A government agency may meet a service target because funding depends on it. Bad incentives can cause damage too. A company may cut corners if penalties are weak. A public office may become slow if no one is rewarded for solving problems. Competition is another mechanism. When customers can choose between sellers, businesses must pay attention to price, quality, convenience, and trust. But competition needs conditions. If one company controls a market, customers have fewer choices. If information is hidden, buyers cannot compare properly. That is why economic systems often include laws against fraud, monopoly abuse, and unsafe products. Public goods create a different problem. Clean air, street lighting, national defense, and flood protection are difficult to sell to one customer at a time. Many people benefit even if they do not pay directly. Economic systems usually handle these through taxes, public agencies, or shared rules. Without some collective mechanism, everyone may wait for someone else to pay. Inequality is also handled differently across systems. A pure market outcome may reward skill, ownership, risk-taking, luck, and bargaining power unevenly. Governments may respond with public schools, healthcare support, pensions, unemployment benefits, or progressive taxes. The trade-off is that redistribution changes incentives and requires administration. The debate is rarely simple because both fairness and productivity matter. Information is one reason no system works perfectly. Prices carry information, but they do not capture everything. A cheap product may hide pollution, poor working conditions, or future health costs. Planning can include social goals, but planners may miss local details. Every system needs feedback. The faster honest feedback travels, the easier it is to correct mistakes. Consider healthcare. A fully private market may encourage innovation and choice, but sick people are not ordinary shoppers. They may lack time, knowledge, and bargaining power. A public system may widen access, but it must manage budgets, wait times, and quality. Most countries choose some mixture: private providers, public rules, insurance pools, subsidies, or government hospitals. Consider food. Farmers, wholesalers, truckers, stores, and customers interact through prices and contracts. But governments may regulate safety, inspect imports, subsidize certain crops, or support farmers after disasters. A loaf of bread on a shelf is not just a market product. It is the final result of property rights, logistics, labor, rules, weather risk, and consumer demand. Economic systems also differ in how they handle failure. In a market, a weak business may close, freeing workers and capital for other uses, though the human cost can be painful. In a planned or protected sector, jobs may be preserved longer, but resources may stay tied to low-value activity. The question becomes who absorbs the cost of change. Innovation depends on both freedom and support. Entrepreneurs need room to test ideas, raise money, hire people, and keep some gains. But innovation also relies on education, infrastructure, legal systems, research, and stable institutions. A phone app may look like a private invention, yet it sits on public roads, electricity, internet standards, universities, and courts. An economic system is not only about efficiency. It also reflects values. A society may prioritize low prices, equal access, national security, environmental protection, worker rights, consumer choice, or rapid growth. Different priorities produce different rules. That is why two countries can both use markets but still feel very different in housing, healthcare, education, and labor rights. The useful way to judge an economic system is to ask what problem it is trying to solve and what problem it creates in return. Markets can be flexible but unequal. Planning can coordinate resources but become rigid. Regulation can protect people but add cost. Public support can reduce hardship but needs funding. Every design has benefits, limits, and side effects. The same system can feel different to different groups. A business owner may value fewer rules because decisions move faster. A worker may value stronger protections because job loss or unsafe conditions carry serious costs. A consumer may want low prices, while a community may want cleaner production. Economic systems balance these pressures through institutions, not through one perfect answer. Another important piece is enforcement. A country can write rules about contracts, taxes, wages, safety, or pollution, but the rules matter only if they are applied fairly. If contracts are not enforced, investment becomes risky. If safety rules are ignored, cheap production may hide real harm. Institutions turn written rules into actual economic behavior. Economic systems also adapt after shocks. A pandemic, war, financial crisis, energy shortage, or technology shift can reveal weaknesses. Some systems respond by changing public spending. Others rely more on private adjustment. The response shows what the society values under pressure: speed, stability, fairness, freedom, security, or a mix of all of them. Economic systems work by turning limited resources into rules for daily life. They decide how food reaches stores, how homes are built, how jobs are created, how risks are shared, and how rewards are distributed. Once you see those rules, the economy stops looking like a mysterious machine. It becomes a set of choices about who decides, who pays, who benefits, and what trade-offs a society accepts.